Hello, 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 beautiful travelers, and welcome back to Soul Intuition. I am your host and friend, Raimi Santoso. And in our last gathering, we looked up at the inherited sky. So this week, we are working in the ancestral plane. This is a very specific trilogy, all about your ancestors, your chosen lineage, all of that good stuff. So you mapped the constellations of your family, those repeating stories of love and pain, silence and survival, and you began to see your lineage not as something broken, but as a living pattern of stars guiding you home. Did you hear me? Can you say it for the people in the back? Your lineage is not something broken. And I think that is, depending on how you enter the journey of learning about your lineage and accepting your lineage, it can be really hard for people to not see it as something that's like a curse. And I always see from the higher point of view, the soul point of view, and at least I've strived to do that because I am not living in this crazy world where everything is super dark and not intentional. I live in a place where I see things as divinely designed, even though it might not feel good, even though it might not look good, even though there's a lot of pain and suffering built into the construct of reality. It is necessary for us to zoom out so that we can see that there are greater reasons into the divine intelligence of our construct. So when we talk about our own inner world and we talk about our parents, which is so close to home, right? These are the two souls that came together to birth you into existence. Why not have these deeper conversations as to understanding why we chose our parents and our families and our lineage? So we're going to go from the higher perspective and the soul level of seeing them as constellations. And now we're going to go inward. If the first episode was about seeing your lineage above you, this one is about feeling it inside of you. I don't know. Some people be like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But trust, trust. The way through is to allow it to live in you, accept it as it is, and then let it pass through you, right? The more we avoid it, the more we're actually just suppressing these feelings. That's just how emotions work, right? That's at least how we've been taught to understand them in today's level of consciousness. So, because what runs through your veins is not just blood, it's stories, memory, and prayer. So, go ahead and take that nice, juicy, wholesome breath with me. You know, the body just loves a good sigh. Go ahead and do that again. It's so good for the soul. Go ahead and place one hand on your heart, one on your belly, and just feel the rhythm beneath your palm. I'm like going to put my hand on my neck because I like to feel my own heartbeat. Feel that pulse beating. That pulse has been here since before you were born. Your body remembers the footsteps of those who walked before you. Just feel it. Just be with yourself. Be with yourself. Be with your body. You know who appreciates you just being still? Your body. We're so in our heads all the time, trying to find solutions, trying to find better ways, trying to figure it all out. But sometimes just being quiet with our body is what our body needs. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to start talking about the body as an ancestral archive. So, have you ever noticed how certain emotions seem to live in specific places in your body? The tight jaw when you want to speak but don't. I know I'm familiar with that. As I entered the spiritual journey of awareness, of awakening to myself, all of my stuff was up here. My voice, right? And here I am now making videos and sharing my voice because that was the journey. The heavy chest when love feels so far away, either from loved ones or partners in relationships. The knot in your stomach when life just feels so uncertain. These feelings are not random. Your body is like an ancestral archive. Every cell carries the memory of survival, migration, hunger, and devotion. Science calls this epigenetics, how lived experiences of our ancestors shape the way our genes actually express today. I know that you may have met one or two people in your life where each person in the family has the same either disease or issue, and that's the same expression that's coming back over and over again, right? And shamanic wisdom has said the same for centuries. The bones remember, the blood sings, your organs are storytellers. Maybe your heart beats with your grandmother's tenderness. Maybe your liver still holds your grandfather's anger. Maybe your womb or your gut carries generations of fear and protection. So before we even begin to heal, we start with an acknowledgement, acknowledging yourself, acknowledging your body, and acknowledging the story that your body is holding. This body is not just mine, it is ours. I'm going to say that again. This body is not just mine, it's ours. I want you to let that sink in, okay? When we honor the body as a communal memory, we stop fighting our sensations. We start listening more deeply to ourselves because every ache, every flutter, every moment of fatigue could be the whisper of someone who never had the chance to be heard. So I want you to take out the notes from your journal from the last episode, The Inherited Sky, where we looked at patterns in our family. Now, if you haven't done that, I would suggest you pause and do so because that would be awesome for you to kind of dive into your patterns. If not, you have the opportunity right now to just pause and think about your family and your lineage and just write down 2 or 3 patterns that you are aware of that you all tend to carry. Maybe not all of you, but there is a pattern that's aware. So go ahead and write down those patterns. Look at the patterns you wrote, the themes that repeat across generations. Maybe you circled scarcity or control or silence or exile. Now, I want you to slowly ask yourself, where do I feel this in my body? Your body knows, and your body will answer that question. Where do I feel this particular pattern in my body? If your family shadow was scarcity, does it live as a tight belly or collapsed posture? If it was silence, do you feel it as tension in your throat or your jaw? Do you grind your teeth? If it was control, does your chest tighten when life feels really unpredictable? Just go ahead and this is a short one. Close your eyes and scan from crown to soles. Okay. Now I'm going to inject this into this area. You are a multidimensional being. I am going to be the one to advocate for you to remember that you don't necessarily need to be meditating to receive divine information. It helps to have that focus. Meditation actually guides you into feeling what that focus feels like to basically strengthen that muscle of intuition. But what I want to remind you and awaken within you is that as a multidimensional being, you don't necessarily have to be meditating to receive your intuitive guidance, right? We can be actively walking and teaching and working and being in mid conversation and get hits from your intuition, get hits from your higher self, and have the ability to attune yourself to a higher level of listening, connecting to the higher mind, connecting to the higher heart, and connecting to your higher ears' ability to hear through the noise. It's a very nuanced thing, but meditation obviously helps with that, but I'm going to tell you right now, you can do this practice that I'm telling you. If you're active right now, you can still do it even if you're active. You just get more out of it when you're fully focused on it, just like anything else, right? So find the place in your body when you close your eyes or don't close your eyes and scan from crown to sole and find that place that calls for attention. Any place. You're not focused on a particular pattern right now. Just find the part of your body that wants to be the gateway into this journey today. Find that place that calls for attention, not pain necessarily, just presence. What part of you is asking, calling? So that place is your entry point today. Don't overthink it. Your body will always show you first. Your body always communicates with you. It's communicating to you even when you're not listening. But these practices help you listen. So just whisper to that place and say, I see you. And we're listening now. Tune in. I see you. And we're listening now. All right, so let's journey together. We're going to do a meditation to walk into the golden bloodstream of your ancestors. Now, I don't want you to see this as scary. I want you to see this as just energy, just as pure golden energy, the beautiful love and the threads of ancestry through energy. Okay, this is not literal blood, so I don't want you to take it there. Just be mindful, because I know some people might take it there. So before we begin, I want you to know that if you're in here committed to the meditation, you're in for a juicy one. It's been really powerful for me when I experienced this. If you are not, if you're in an active state, if you're driving, if you are running, if you are doing something else, right? I want to encourage you to continue to listen, because this is going to be a beautiful container, giving yourself the permission slip to allow what needs to come through. And even while you're doing something else, your deep breaths, your integration with your breath is still doing the work. I want to always be an advocate to your multidimensionality, your ability to attune to your spirit as well as your physical reality, and your ability to do multiple things at once in that way. Now, obviously, meditation and staying focused is ideal, but you are also a multidimensional being that can tune into your intuition while you're doing other things. That's why people grow into this evolved state of being, right? So I wanted to say that first. The second thing I wanted to say was that this special container is built with my intention that you are in your sacred place, that this is divinely made with geometric plasma that's holding you in a very safe place. But if you are doing this right now, I am not holding this grid together. You are. Your higher self is working in conjunction with me and my higher self to build a safe place for you. You are doing the work, right? I am not some magic magician that's giving you everything that you need so that you can go inward. You are. You are giving yourself that permission to go inside. You are doing the work. You are, without realizing it, attuning with your higher self to do this work. So just know that there's so much magic in these moments and that you are facilitating it. Okay, I'm just simply a person saying words out loud with a very high heart and intention to be here with you. So I love you. Let's get started into this magical journey. So if you can, just go ahead and get comfortable. Feel your body on your bed or your seat, wherever you are. Feel the weight of your body and the gravity of your body just melting into your seat. Get into your heart. Breathe in deeply. Give yourself a nice exhale slowly. And I want to imagine with you that you're in a beautiful field of light. And in this beautiful field, you see a luminous river flowing through you and around you. This luminous river is your ancestral bloodline. And with every single heartbeat, waves of red and gold light move through your veins, connecting every ancestor who has ever lived so you could be here today. I want you to imagine seeing that river stretch backwards through time, through your parents, through your grandparents, through forgotten names, and through countless faces whose love, labor, and mistakes all flow into you and through you. Now, in your mind's eye, either through visualization or just sensation. Okay, not everyone is a visual person. However you feel, imagine yourself stepping into that golden, luminous river flowing with your ancestral energy. Feel the warm energy around your feet and let it rise to your heart, into your high heart. And imagine yourself beginning to walk upstream this luminous river. And ahead you see a figure waiting on the riverbank. It may be one ancestor or a gathering of many. These ancestors are here for your highest good. They come from the light in their highest form. You don't need to know their names, just feel their presence. And I want you to softly ask inwardly, what are you carrying that wants to be released through me? What are you carrying that wants to be released through me? And remember that you are the highest on the lineage timeline, that you are taking radical authority of your life, and you have the capacity and ability to do this work for you, first and foremost, and your ancestors. Honestly, by doing it for you, naturally you are creating the clearing for everyone that came before you. So the first question is, what are you carrying that wants to be released through me? And what blessings are you trying to pass forward? And I want you to deeply listen. I will give you 5 minutes to be in this beautiful river, this flowing and glowing light of your ancestors. And the questions will be on your screen. Take deep breaths and wait for the answers. Now, when you feel ready, I want you to imagine with your mind's eye and the sensations. Imagine cupping some of that beautiful flowing energy from the river into your hands. On the inhale, I want you to draw in all of the wisdom of your ancestors. And on your exhale, I want you to release its pain back into the current, back into that flow. Inhale. Exhale pain. Inhale the wisdom and exhale the pain, and watch the river shimmer as it carries both downstream. The pain is dissolving and the wisdom is remaining, and through the magic of your breath, you are recoding all of the information of that lineage within your body. Now whisper to yourself, I honor what you've endured and I release what no longer needs to be held. And when you're ready, step out of that flowing river and see it continue to flow cleaner and lighter and brighter simply because of your awareness. Now go ahead and thank your ancestor or many ancestors. Give them gratitude, give them love. Allow them to share a symbol of completion with you. It can be a shape, an object, a color. Just know that this symbol is a representation of the completion of you releasing the pain through the luminous river of your bloodstream and inheriting and accepting and awakening the wisdom that came through their experience. And slowly walk away, walking along that luminous river. And when you are ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Take a deep, deep, deep breath. I want you to write down what you saw, what you felt, any words or symbols that arose. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to journal this beautiful experience. And, if you have a pen and a paper, that's ideal. If not, go ahead and take it out in digital form and take note of what you saw, what you felt, and any words or symbols that has come forward. Enjoy. Welcome back, beautiful travelers. How was that for you? If there was something powerful that came forward, I would love to hear about it if you feel comfortable to share. So let's talk about what just happened, okay? When you entered that luminous, powerful river, you didn't just imagine. You altered a quantum field because your consciousness ripples backwards and forward through time. Many souls come into a lineage to be the first who turns toward the pain instead of away from it. I'm going to say this again for the people in the back. Many come into a lineage to be the first who turn towards the pain instead of away from it. And that is what you just did. That moment of awareness changed everything. In some families, there was no space for grief, so it hardened into stoicism. In others, love was rationed, so survival replaced tenderness. When you breathe into those places now, you become the doorway your ancestors could not find. So I want you to think about it like this. Each generation adds a note to a symphony. Some notes are dissonant. You, my beautiful and magical friend, are the musician arriving to bring harmony. And harmony does not erase the earlier notes, it actually includes them. It turns noise into music. That is what you just did today. And you are not cutting them off, you are not dismissing them, you are not shunning them and shaming them. All of the frequencies and feelings that they already contain, you embraced, you accepted, you alchemized, you turned their pain into wisdom, and you chose to breathe in the wisdom and let go of the pain that was living within the genetic DNA within your body. So you are releasing it, you are dismantling it, you are dissolving it, and you turn it into something new. Now I want to add a little bit more flavor to this because that beautiful luminous river is not just built on the ancestral line. You know, the power, and I'm going to kind of share my internal read on this, my energetic read on this. When you step into a river that was made from soul's experiences, it's a collective soul agreement, right? Foundationally, fundamentally, that river stands on Creator. That river was created by the Creator itself. In order for us to be able to have these manifested living experiences, first comes Creator, first comes Source, first comes unconditional love, first comes divine intelligence that is the foundation to this experience. So as you step into this luminous river, not only are you bathing and witnessing the experiences of those that came before you, you're also cultivating and filtering and choosing the things that were birthed from that, which is the wisdom. And not only that, you were hugged and loved up on by Creator, by a source that is beyond our understanding, that is beyond our wildest dreams, that loves us so, so, so much. So that's how I see it. It's a really powerful and magnificent experience that you just went through, and I'm so happy that you were able to experience that. So if your heart aches, it might not be weakness. It may be your lineage finally feeling safe enough to cry. If your body shakes, it may be your ancestors exhaling through you. So let it happen. Your willingness to feel is their freedom. And that is the power of being human, is the ability to feel all feelings. I feel like we get lost in feeling like we're only supposed to feel the good stuff, when in reality, the feeling itself is just soul language. Now, the mind is very choosy about what it wants to feel. It only wants to feel the good stuff. But in reality, all feelings are God feelings. All feelings are feelings of expression and manifestation of life itself. So you have the know-how and the ability to know that being able to feel in itself is freedom, right? And now you've extracted the beautiful wisdom of the lineage that you chose. And you can go deeper into this. You can do this again and again in different forms and different frequencies and different patterns. Completely up to you. You can get really creative with this. So if you have anything you want to share with me, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Let's close with a short somatic release. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Sit up, stand up, shake your body. Go ahead and inhale, filling up that belly. Exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Again, do it again. Keep breathing and exhaling as much as necessary. Feel it all over your body. Feel that luminous glow throughout. Inhale, honor. Exhale, release. Gently tap over your head, over your body, over your heart. And I want you to whisper to yourself, the blood and the wisdom remembers. And I choose what continues forward. I choose what continues forward. Feel warmth spread through your chest and your arms. And imagine that light moving through your entire bloodstream, moving through every single organ, blessing every ancestor, blessing every cell. And we'll do 3 slow breaths together. Inhale. One more. Okay, my beloved travelers, my friends, our soul family, you've just done such amazing work, such sacred work. You've turned towards the river that made you, and you allowed it to flow again freely, consciously, with remembrance and honor to your ancestors. I want you to remember that lineage healing isn't about fixing the past. It's about allowing the past to breathe through you in a different way, in a different capacity, with different eyes and a different heart, perceiving what had happened through this body. I want you to carry this mantra with you. The blood remembers, but love decides what lives on. The blood remembers, but the love decides what lives on. Next time, we'll gather around the ancestral fire. That's the final part of this beautiful trilogy, where we'll offer what's been released to the flames and call back the blessings waiting in the smoke. Until then, drink lots of water, rest your body, thank your ancestors for their survival, for their lessons, for their song, because you are the river. You are a living embodiment of the remembrance. You are the healer in your line by just existing, by just being here with me, okay? If you've gotten this far, like, subscribe, share with a friend. That would be amazing if you know somebody else that is deep diving into their ancestral work, because this formed today's session is really quilted with love. So I love you. Learn more about me at transformwithrae.com. I offer one-on-one sessions for this kind of healing work if you want to go deeper into anything specific, or if you just want to be facilitated through an experience like this. It can be easier with another person. I love you. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Peace.